All right, today we are diving into a blueprint for what could be the next huge crypto gold rush. We're talking about the 2026 altcoin season. So let's get right into it. So let's paint a picture. Bitcoin's setting up there maybe around 100,000 bucks. And for most people, buying a whole one feels completely out of reach, right? It's a big, big mental hurdle. And yeah, that huge price tag, it can definitely make you feel this way, like you totally missed the boat, and all those crazy, life-changing gains are long gone. If that's you, you are definitely not alone. But what if I told you there was a second chance?
Well, that second chance actually has a name: altcoin season. This is a very specific time in the market cycle where the smaller, more obscure cryptocurrencies can just, well, explode. We're talking 10x, 50x, even 100x gains. It is the real Wild West of a bull run, and it's what we're getting ready for today.
Okay, so how in the world do you even predict when this season is about to kick off? Well, it all comes down to this idea called the capital waterfall. You should think of this as kind of the secret map that shows you where the big money is going inside the crypto world. The idea is actually pretty simple. And you know what? It's been surprisingly accurate for a few cycles now. First, you get the big money, the institutional cash, pumping up Bitcoin. But once Bitcoin hits its peak, those profits don't just vanish. Nope, they start to rotate into the next biggest player, which is Ethereum. From there, the money trickles down into the larger, more established altcoins. And then finally, in that last super speculative phase, it all comes cascading down into those tiny little projects, which is where those insane 100x gains can happen.
Now here's the kicker. This is where the source material says we are right now, stage 2. What does that mean? It means the big profits from Bitcoin are just starting to spill over into Ethereum. We are literally on the edge of stages 3 and 4, which is exactly where all the action is. The season is just getting started.
So, if the money is about to come pouring down, where should you even be looking? This is really the heart of our whole breakdown today. Let's get into the 3 hottest sectors that all the analysts have their eyes on for that potential explosive growth.
First up is a narrative you just can't escape right now: the combination of artificial intelligence and crypto. And look, this isn't just hype. This is about merging the two single biggest tech trends on the entire planet. The story they're selling here is really compelling. Imagine creating AI that isn't controlled by some giant tech company, or building these open marketplaces where you can rent out computing power, or even using AI to make crypto itself safer by checking the code. You see, after that first big AI boom, the next step for 2026 is finding these real decentralized uses. And that's exactly why pretty much everyone agrees this is the #1 story to watch. All right, next up, we have what some people are calling the safer bets, and I use that term loosely. It's real-world assets, or RWA for short. This whole idea is about building a bridge between the old, traditional world of finance and the brand new world of crypto. I mean, the whole concept is kind of revolutionary when you think about it. Just picture being able to buy a tiny piece of a skyscraper in Tokyo, or a gold bar, or even a share of Apple stock, but all as a digital token on the blockchain. So instead of a dusty old paper deed, you own a digital one. The reason this sector is getting so hot for 2026 is because the huge financial players are finally getting the green light from regulators to bring their trillions, and I mean trillions of dollars in assets into the digital world. Now for our third hot sector. And this one is a bit more out there, a little more futuristic. DePIN. It stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure. And, well, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's about building real-world things using crypto as an incentive. Think of it this way. Instead of a huge telecom giant building a 5G network, a DePIN project pays thousands of regular people in crypto tokens to set up their own little hotspots. And just like that, you have a network that's owned by the community. It's a way to pay everyday folks to build real stuff. As we look ahead, the demand for things like AI computing power and data storage is just going to explode, and DePIN is this really radical new way to build all that stuff way faster and cheaper than ever before. And of course, we have to talk about the lottery tickets. On one side, you have GameFi, which is basically the hunt for the next viral crypto game. And on the other, you have meme coins, which are, let's be honest, pure cultural gambling. It's all based on internet hype. Now, the potential rewards here are just mind-boggling. But let's be crystal clear about this. Almost all of these projects will go to zero. This is the absolute casino floor of the crypto world. Okay, we've seen all the exciting stuff, the potential rewards. Now for what is, without a doubt, the most important part of all of this: how to actually play this game without getting completely burned. This is your survival guide. Rule number 1 is all about how you allocate your money. The advice from our source is to follow a simple 90-10 split. That means you keep the huge majority of your crypto, 90%, in the two most established quote-unquote safe assets, Bitcoin and Ethereum. And you only use that little 10% slice for these crazy, high-risk, high-reward altcoin bets. And this right here, this is the single most important rule of the entire game. In a market this wild, those gains you see on the screen, they mean absolutely nothing until you cash them out. You have to take profits. It is the only way you can actually win. Please, don't let greed turn a huge win into a painful loss. And here's a really simple but powerful way to do that. It's called the house money strategy. Let's say a coin you bought doubles. It does a 2x. All you do is sell half of it. That's it. You've just pulled your entire original investment back out. Now, every single cent left in that coin is pure profit. You're playing with the house's money and your own cash is totally safe. And finally, you have to learn how to spot the traps. Keep an eye out for these classic red flags. A team that's totally anonymous with no real faces or track record, big, vague promises about changing the world but with no actual product to show for it, a ton of hype from influencers who are obviously getting paid to pump it. Yeah, those are all huge signs that you might be the one about to get played.
So, let's pull all of this together. After going through this whole blueprint for the next altcoin season, what is the one crucial thing you need to remember?
It's this: don't be a shotgun, just spraying your money all over the place and hoping something hits. Be a sniper. Do your homework, pick the specific stories that actually make sense to you, whether that's AI, RWA, or DePIN, and be very, very precise with those small speculative bets. If that capital waterfall theory holds true, we are just at the very, very beginning of this whole thing. The money is only now starting to move. So the real question isn't if it's going to happen, but what you're going to do about it. What's your next move?